Boris Johnson's new Brexit trade advisor is former Australian Prime Minister Tony Abbott, who has been labelled an offensive, climate change-denying, Trump-worshipping misogynist.
Here's a summary of the article.
Politicians in the UK and Australia have reacted with confusion and dismay to reports that Boris Johnson has appointed former Australian Prime Minister Tony Abbott to advise Britain on its post-Brexit trade arrangements. The Sun newspaper on Tuesday evening reported that Abbott, who served as Australian Prime Minister between 2013 and 2015, would serve as co-president of the UK Board of Trade as Johnson's government seeks to sign free trade agreements with countries like Australia, the US, and Japan. The UK government revamped the Board of Trade to coincide with the UK's exit from the EU. Its job is to promote Britain's status as an independent trading nation to the world as it tries to sign several trade deals in the coming years. Economists have lambasted Abbott for downplaying the economic risk of a no-deal Brexit to the UK. In a column for The Spectator last year, he said a no-deal Brexit would be no problem, as Australia has a perfectly satisfactory, no-deal relationship with the EU. A no-deal relationship with the EU has not stopped Australia doing about $70 billion worth of trade with the EU in goods and services, he said. Economists pointed out that unlike the UK, Australia does not rely on complex, just-in-time supply chains to import food, medicine, manufacturing goods, and other products from Europe, and that UK trade with the EU dwarfs Australia's trade with the bloc. A former senior colleague of Abbott in the Australian Parliament said the appointment is being viewed with bemusement in Australia due to what is widely seen as a lack of credentials to advise on trade. In a statement, she added, "This is someone with no hands-on experience of negotiating trade agreements, who denies the climate change that we believe should be at the heart of our trade policy, and who clearly has no concept of the importance of Britain's trade with the EU." He was ousted by his own colleagues after just 2 years in power, and rejected by his own constituents just last year. They are the people who know him best, and wanted rid of him, yet here we are now, hiring him to negotiate our trade deals around the world.
This post received a score of 42,000, with an upvote ratio of 87%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
This is an interesting appointment given the skill set Tony Abbott provides. He is a professional wrecker. He has been since his days at university, getting himself onto student bodies and then dismantling them. He was kept as an attack dog by John Howard. Put into ministerial posts, such as health, to fiercely protect conservative economic-based policies. He doesn't build things, he tears them down. So what possible use is the onion-eating freak to the Brits?
Greater than so what possible use is the onion-eating freak to the Brits? Guaranteeing a hard Brexit with as much grief as possible for the EU.
I imagine that their purpose is to damage relations with the EU as much as possible in order to guarantee that Brexit cannot be reversed for decades to come.
No worries, there won't be a politician brave enough to lead the UK into the EU for decades. And concerning maximizing damage, the incoming status quo on December 31, no deal, is pretty close to worst case. The only way things could get worse is if the UK breaks the agreement reached in October 2019. The fallout on the UK for breaking an international treaty would be enormous, but who knows whether BJ and friends will care?
As someone who lived under Tony Abbott's government, be ready for that treaty to be thrown out. Abbott doesn't like building things. He was elected to stop the boats, axe the carbon tax, and ditch the bitch. I wouldn't have much optimism if I was British that the fuckwit-in-chief will actually get anything done.
What he did to the NBN can never be forgiven. I thought that was Malcolm Turnbull.
Australia is now exporting its criminals to the kingdom. We have come full circle.
When I look back and remember these times, it will feel like the year was a grand spectacle choreographed to be as bad as possible. I like the optimism that we will be able to look back.
If you believe in life after death, there'll be infinite time to look back.
That sounds more like purgatory.
I don't believe in purgatory, but I imagine it'd be like the movie Wrist Cutters without the romance. It's a lot like day-to-day life, just a little worse. Just some humdrum place where everyone feels the same sense of generalized emptiness. Apparently, it's hot there too. Oh, no thanks, I already live in Florida.
I'm so sorry.
His character aside, what the fuck does Tony Abbott of all people know about European trade and finance? Last time I checked, Tony doesn't know fuck all about fuck all. Why would Boris even take advice from him in the first place?
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.